What's up, guys? How you doing? It's me, Lasty here. Welcome today to a brand new episode of the FC24 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. Today, episode number 84. Hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to get a whole bunch of stuff done. It's going to be a good time. I do hope you enjoy. If you do, all I ask is just for a little thumbs up. A comment down below would be awesome as well. And don't forget, of course, to subscribe if this is the first video of mine that you're watching. You've got a lot to catch up on. This is the team that we're currently using in our Foot Champs gameplay. It's looking pretty good, not going to lie. I'm going to start off at 4-1 and head on into another 5 games of Champs and see where we can come out at that halfway point. Being 4-1 kind of scares me a little bit just because I know that for me that's a good start, and I just wonder if it then means everyone's going to be quite good. I don't know how the form really works or whatever on this game, but I go 1-0 down kind of early because my opponent scored a penalty. I dived the right way, just a little bit too high, but we do equalise with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So we're going to get 5 games of Foot Champs done. We're then going to, of course, there's a pretty cool Evo out, which suits me perfectly for one of my Ipswich players, and then there's going to be some I think squad battles rewards or something, and then we've got some 83x10s, I'm pretty sure. Also, no, it's an icon pack. I don't know if we've got 83x10s. We might have. We'll see. I've got all sorts going on. I'm sure you all well know. So anyway, 3-1 becomes 4-1. We were 1-0 down in that game, so that was nice that we get the dub. So what is that now? Is that 5-1? Is that a really nice start to Foot Champions? I think so. But again, it just makes me even more worried for the next few games. Next opponent had a particularly nice squad. Really, really nice squad. That Thunderstruck Varane and in-form Van Dijk partnership, I figured I would probably always really struggle against. I gave away a penalty really early on. My opponent scored, and then after a couple more minutes, I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. It just wasn't looking good. He must have done something on the ball, which just made me feel like, yep, this guy's elite. I'm not going to win. My next opponent had turned their regular gold Mbappe red. I rate that, considering I turned my regular gold Van Dijk red as well. The coolest one I've seen so far, though, is the guy who had Garrincha and he just left him green. That's fairly original, I would say. I liked that. But I'm 2-0 up here, but I felt like the people I was coming up against were just not giving up. And I think that might be what happens throughout the rest of the weekend league. So 2-0 becomes 2-2 effectively, unfortunately. But into the second half we go. Couple of changes made, no doubt, and just a good ball through. Bergkamp and Aubameyang are playing up top together really, really well. They complement each other, I'm pretty sure, because Aubameyang obviously has that insane pace and ability, and Bergkamp has that brilliant first touch, and they can both shoot really well. So I like that, and it means that we also don't have to constantly rely on a finesse shot or something, you know. We just got 2 pretty cool players that have good playstyle pluses in their own right, but not the super meta ones, unless you class the pacey one as super meta. It might well be. Adama comes on, talking of meta and pacey. Adama comes on and just finishes this one off for me. 6-3 victory. Yeah, we're 6-1, and I think it can probably only go downhill from here. Oh no, we're 6-2. Forgotten already. Cool. We are something. We're something, and I'm sure I might have even cut out a game if we've lost one here or there, just depending on the timings, because we've got our 15-minute episode. But I'm 1-0 up. Kaká then goes ahead and just knocks it inside to Bergkamp. Not my favourite type of goals whatsoever. I hate conceding them, as you know. But I guess if the opportunity presents itself in the weekend league, what am I or what are my opponents going to do? We're going to go ahead and score the goal. But I was 3-0 up in this game. Let's just cut to 121 minutes when I lose 5-4. Ouch. That was the beginning of the end for sure there. So I was 6-2, and that became 6-4. Yeah, bottled it. Absolutely bottled it. So I'm still sitting on this Neymar and Casemiro that I need to do something with after we got them in our 87 double pack yesterday. We have a lone George Best, which maybe I'll use it at some point. It'll probably just sit in the club though, no doubt. And then I can begin all of the stuff for like this. The Maldini objective is quite nice because there's going to be some XP in there along the way, but it is kind of being like gate kept by like a few days. You can get Maldini on a 2-game loan every day, and it's you need like 4 days worth in order to start getting the XP. So we'll see that. Anyway, we've got Nathan Broadhead into the midfield dynasty evolution. Because why not, right? We can actually turn our 83 Broady into an 86, and he does fit in because one of his positions is the left midfield, which is really, really nice. So we're going to actually turn him into a solid player with some decent stats. We're really starting to get somewhere with his card especially. I can just hope for more and more and more EVO'S, please, game. Just give me as many as possible to turn my lower rated cards to usable, decent level players. Do you know what? The most wins in any of the game modes I've got this year is in squad battles. 300 wins. I've got the marble goat. What a nerd. Anyway, welcome to the club. 86 rated Nathan Broadheads. 90 pace, 89 shooting, and 84 dribbling. This is not the best possible version of this guy, by the way. I have seen someone who has him at like 92 or 93 shooting and 87 dribbling. I don't know how they got there, but I obviously used something else on whatever particular Evo it was at the time. It took me a little while to really get stuck into the EVOs with my Ipswich players rather than just like generic meta cards on the game, right? So yeah, a little bit sad about that there is a better version out there, but hopefully with the 90 pace and the 89 shooting, we definitely need to work on the dribbling stat being 84 or 82, whatever it is. That needs to go way, way, way up. And I'd love 4-star skill moves as well, and a playstyle plus at some point. Obviously, that's going to take a few months to get down that line, but yeah, that would be ideal in a world where I would actually want to use them in like my team in my team for the weekend league and stuff. So that Neymar and Casemiro were submitted into the higher rated squad for the regular base icon SBC because I'm pretty sure I did this little bit Friday night. So the new promo was out, but it was before my trip to Middlesbrough, which we won, by the way. Absolutely loved that. That was a very long trip that was super worth it because we got a 2-0 away win, and it felt so good. So I really enjoyed myself this weekend. And then, so I got this stuff done just before I went, actually. And so I think the end of today's episode, there's a little bit from when I got back. So I stayed over somewhere halfway home on Saturday night, and then we drove home on Sunday, and I got back at like 1:30. So I then had 10 more games of weekend league to play, obviously, and then this video and the next video to sort of work on as well. So it was a busy Sunday afternoon for me, which is it's Sunday evening now as I'm filming this, just gone 7 p.m. But yeah, this will be your Monday video. At one point, I was hoping that maybe it could have been your Sunday night video, but I just didn't have the time, and it is what it is, right? We'll try and do a double upload maybe next week. Away games kind of screw up the double upload schedule just because, you know, not only have I been away Saturday and Sunday, I'm going away Tuesday as well because we've got Watford away. So just trying to get ahead on content there as well means that, yeah, double upload was kind of out of the question this week. But anyway, in some of these packs, some of these are like minimum rating ones, which I do enjoy. And it's nice that every day we're going to get an 81 plus double and an 82 plus double or whatever it is from literally playing one game to then also get that lone Maldini. So I like that. Make sure you play a game every day just to get the free packs and the extra games on your loans. I seem to be packing this Blundell so much lately. In loads of my packs. Here's an 84 double then. What are we getting? I think this is a promo card. It sure is. My first Ultimate Dynasties card is Henrik Larsson's son. I guess it must be his son, right? Yeah, so he plays for Copenhagen, and he's got not an amazing card, to be honest. 90 pace, 84 dribbling, and then 81 shooting. Yeah, I think even there's two versions of Henrik Larsson in the special icon for Ultimate Dynasties, and I think even the better one of that is only like 40k. So yeah, you can't expect much from a lower rated card of his son, but he's quick, I guess. So yeah, you know, that's the first one I packed. Have you packed one of the promo players yet? I'm curious to know. I want your comments down below. Let me know what you got. And then I opened the base icon pack, and we got Dutch CDM. To me, I know Hullit's not a CDM. He's a centre forward, so it's not going to be anyone particularly amazing. Rijkaard, I would say, is a usable card. He can also play centre back. If we didn't already have Rio and Blanc and Van Dijk and Ledley King and all of that, then he would have maybe had a chance at going in at centre back. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be better than Rio and Van Dijk or Blanc. So potential to play a little bit at CDM. Don't think that's the best position for a Rijkaard card, though. It's because he'll be a very, very clunky boy. Anyway, buzzing to have a 86 rated Nathan Broadhead in the squad. With the chem style that we've got on him, which is a finisher, he does have particularly good shooting stats now. And he scored 140 goals and got 71 assists in 99 games. That's a lot of squad battles. But he does, of course, have 5-star weak foot as well, which I do like. And he could potentially... We're going to go into our final 10 games of Weekend League in tomorrow's episode, and I'm going to start off with this team right here. So essentially, when I put Broadhead in and took out Dennis Bergkamp, Van Dijk lost a little bit of chemistry. So I guess he was just pulling that little bit of Dutch chemistry off of Bergkamp. So in order to rectify that, I just took Lahm out and put my new icon into the CDM spot, and that sort of fixed things. So thinking about going into a few games of Foot Champs for tomorrow's episode with a slightly different squad. See if Broadhead is actually really usable at this point, or whether we need to up that dribbling and hope that something like that can be done in the near future. I suspect that probably is the case, because 90 pace and 89 shooting is all good, but if you can't really move, or if you don't have the play styles and stuff, then maybe it's not going to be easy. But there's excuse me, I really need to clear my throat. But yeah, we'll get there eventually, and we'll have a really, really good Ipswich Town side at some point. And you know what I love also is that I've had a few of these like tweets and comments and stuff lately of like, you talk about Ipswich Town so much, I now look for their scores to see how they got on, because I know you'll be there. That's kind of cool. I really like that. So yeah, hopefully you guys have all found yourselves like a championship team to support. If maybe you're like a main top 5 league supporter, hopefully now your championship team is Ipswich. Unless of course you support somebody in the league, then you probably don't like us very much. Especially Leeds don't seem to like us very much, because we're ahead of them at the moment. Whether or not that stays the same, I don't know. But yeah, Leeds didn't have the greatest of starts to the season, did they? So we got the 83 times 10s back again. Just 2 per day at this point, which is all right. It's better than nothing, of course. We get ourselves a Heung-min Son, which we'd recently submitted into the Icon SBC. So it's good to have him back. And it is a double walkout. Who's it going to be, though? Son and... Mbappe, Luka Modric. The daily Luka pops up. Nice one. I was going to say, we haven't had a Modric in today's episode. 3 87s, an in form, couple 84s, and only a couple 83s. That's a good one. That was a good 83 times 10. It reeled me in to do more. I mean, I'm going to do them anyway. I love these packs. But yeah, we got another one done. I'm sitting on a few informs in the club now, so I should be able to do these every day for the next few. And this time we get Spanish centre mid. Is it time? No. Thought it was Patalas time. And it's a singular walkout, and it's lower rated than the last pack. It's Parejo. Yeah, his... I don't know, I keep having this frog in the throat kind of voice. But Parejo seems to be getting slower and slower every year. The only saving grace in that pack, of course, was that there was yet another inform, so that was nice. My friends, we've come towards the end of the episode for today. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please do me a small favour, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe as well to the channel if you're new. Cheers, and follow me on social media. The links are down below. Have a great day, everyone. Take it easy, stay safe and healthy. I very much look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Peace.